Welcome back, YouTubers, to the live Smackdown review on this Tuesday evening with us, the British Fist. Trending on Twitter worldwide, it's Mr. Parkin and NJ. What's up? Ka-ching is also trending worldwide. Make sure you guys subscribe up above, like this video, and comment your thoughts on this live episode of Smackdown down in that comment section below. And make sure you contact us in the links in the description box below. I didn't realise it was Christmas yet, NJ.
I know, Smackdown. What the hell was that all about?
It was a Christmas-themed Smackdown in November. Okie dokie. We opened up this week. Oh, by the way, one thing I do want to say. Thank you to all of those people on Facebook that kept us entertained with the comments and stuff during when we were putting our statuses. That made Smackdown so much more funny than it should have been for me, because the show tonight was shit. You?
And what we're going to do something special is later on there'll be a little shout out for a few people that made Smackdown so good for us.
Yes, definitely. I'll give you a clue. Something to do with Twitter, but we'll go on to the opener. We opened up with Mick Foley, dressed up as Santa,
Jolly old Saint Mick.
Jolly old Saint Mick. He basically comes out, hypes up tonight's matches, even though we didn't officially announce them. At least he kind of hyped up a 34th Street match and some kind of Divas Battle Royal thing, whatever. He didn't really announce what the matches were.
No, again, I like the fact that he got his opener, Mick Foley opened it. He told us what we'd get, but not who was in it, but again, it was effective that way, but then more had to be added onto it.
A special guest host, eh? We had Cole coming out dressed as Rudolph. That was hilarious. And then Booker T as a Santa. And he does a spinneroonie in the ring.
All trying to add entertainment to this opener.
But the segment, and just when you thought the segment was going so damn cheesy, out comes Cody Rhodes for the fucking win. Cody Rhodes marked #1 here, by the way. He got a lot of heel heat tonight, didn't he, Cody Rhodes?
Again, he didn't have to do much. He just had to come out and interfere this segment that people seem to like for some reason. And then obviously people were given the heel heat they needed.
Yeah, he talks about Booker T being an announcer and making a fool of himself and taking time away from athletes such as Cody Rhodes. Actually, a little bit of truth there. And Mick Foley, exactly. And Mick Foley makes Booker T versus Cody Rhodes later for tonight. Wow.
A match that was expected to happen after Cody Rhodes splashed water in his face. That was adding to there. Yeah. But we'll get to that later on.
Yeah, what do you think of the opener then? Effective? Or
again,
a bit cheesy, but it still kind of did its job.
Again, the whole Christmas Eve ruined the opener for me. It was when Cody Rhodes came out that I thought, okay, this is actually going to be back to SmackDown now. So it's up to when Cody Rhodes, it was just a bit boring.
I just want to mention something though. For you guys out there, you might think we're Christmas Scrooges, and we're not necessarily Christmas Scrooges. We're just not big fans of the whole Christmas thing now that we're 22, 24, and do you know what I mean? And the whole theme show kind of doesn't work for us in what we think should be done as a show. But bash us if you will. That's just our opinion. After the opener, we have a Divas mistletoe on a pole match. Oh,
and guess what? It won for the contendership for the Divas Championship!
Brie Bella wins after 1 minute, and she gets an opportunity to kiss any superstar between now and Christmas. What the fuck was the point in this? No hype to the pay-per-view, no Beth Phoenix, no Divas Championship. What the fuck was the point?
This was really horrible to watch, and I was expecting it was going to be an obvious win by Alicia Fox or someone, but instead it got Brie Bella, and again, it's just, again, after the opener, we get this. Oh, I just thought, what the hell are you doing?
They went really overboard on the Christmas theme, didn't they? Justin Gabriel versus Jinder Mahal in what would essentially be a match to further the Jinder Mahal DiBiase storyline. We have Jinder Mahal coming out, good in the Christmas in a promo. That sounded nothing like Jinder Mahal, did it?
No, and this again, it was an obvious win. I looked at it, but at the same time, Ted came out and saved it.
Like I said, we have Mahal questioning Christmas in a promo. During the match, DiBiase is all baby-faced up as dressed as Santa, giving out Christmas presents, giving his Christmas presents to his DiBiase posse, which we still haven't seen yet on SmackDown. And the distraction by Ted gives Justin Gabriel the victory.
I was expecting, when I first saw this, I thought, oh, Jinder's going to win to give him a push towards Ted. But again, we got Justin Gabriel with the win, so I thought, yes, that is good. But again, it's not really going to lead anywhere. Yeah. But it's just continuing the feud between Ted and Jinder Mahal.
Which was the point of the segment, I imagine. We then have a backstage Christmas party segment. Woohoo! In November. We have Roddy Piper, we have Goldust, Dusty Rhodes, loads of legends there. Until David Otunga comes in, talks about some law bullshit, and kind of ruins the segment, in my opinion.
Yeah, again, he's like the Scrooge of this whole night. He actually was really against everything, and to be honest,
Why?
The whole backstage segment sucked. He only made it worse.
And just like Glenn from Facebook says, he represents the table in the TLC promo because he's that wooden. They set up a match later. Randy Orton versus Otunga in a 34th Street Fight match. Oh, okay. Whatever. So at least we get a match announced there. We got a Kane vignette. This was a lot better, wasn't it? We get to see Kane's face. He's obviously going to return. He's going to be resurrecting, maybe as the Masked Kane. I know you were pleased about this.
The good thing about this is obviously we've seen the video package before, but this was a lot more better, a lot more in depth, a lot more, tenured about Kane, and I'm really looking forward to his return.
As am I. I think he'll return after TLC, but who really knows? I guess that's part of the guessing game, isn't it? We then get a backstage segment in which, my boy Cody Rhodes continues to light up this live episode of Smackdown. He comes out and attacks Booker T in a backstage interview segment, which means the match is off. I'm actually quite glad this happened because I want this match to happen further down the road.
Well, the way you look at it is like Booker T was getting all warmed up for his match. You actually saw him in his gear, all ready, and then it was actually Cody Rhodes who came down and took down Booker T. And I'm like, okay, that is good because obviously you two deserve a later feud match. Because this SmackDown was already messed up as it is. Yeah. This match, yes, it would have been a good match, but save it for a better time.
Kofi Kingston versus Tyson Kidd. I do wonder why they did this match. Like, with Kingston not having Evan Bourne around, it kind of seems like he's kind of filler now. This match lasted 3.5 minutes. Kingston takes the Rudolph hat from fucking Michael Cole and beats Tyson Kidd. I do kind of feel sorry for Tyson Kidd, because he's a decent wrestler, but just jobbing. Like.
Well, look at this match. We do need, as WWE call them, jobbers. Yeah. We do need them, and for Kofi Kingston, who's doing nothing at the moment, to have a jobber match, gets him on TV, gets him warmed up for hopefully the return of Evan. Yeah. So it gave him something to do in the meantime.
I just wonder what storyline, I don't know, just a big complaint for the show, I'll save this for later, but we got the boom, 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 flying reindeer, yeah!
I want to say, oh my god, I'm trending on Twitter!
Right, okay, yeah, exactly. Right, this next section is dedicated to you Facebook person there, who gave us a real laugh on Facebook earlier. Funnily enough, it's to do with Twitter. What we did is we set out a Twitter thing about hashtagging and stuff to do with British Fist.
Hashtag British Fist.
We want British Fist to trend worldwide, but as part of some of the Twitter hashtags we got one from John Leslie Reed, ka-ching, eh?
Ka-ching.
Exactly,
ka-ching.
Ka-ching. We got from Spaz Phoenix, we got British Fisted and Fisting Pump. Some good ones there. From Glenn Allen, we got fuck yeah, British Fist for the win.
Yeah.
And hashtag Fisting worldwide. And from Jellen Furs, we got British Fist Pump hashtag. And I think we should make British Fist trend worldwide. What do you think?
It should be out there. We need to get people to know more about us because we are the greatest, the British Fist.
That's not too far.
No, I'm not going far. If I was going far, I would say, people of the world, subscribe to us up above, like our videos, and keep watching.
And we might continue doing this Twitter thing depending on how much WWE are going to go into this Twitter thing and how bad the shows are. For our main event, Randy Orton versus David Otunga in a 34th Street Fight. This is our main event.
And it's the match we all wanted to see.
Yeah, because this was a good... I must admit, though, I don't like Otunga in the ring, and I know he can't really wrestle very well, but my God, I got such a laugh out of Otunga getting beat so much. I do wonder why it's on the show, but I got a little laugh out of it, I got to admit, even though the match was decent, but it really did... We had Barrett coming in, I guess.
Well, the way I look at this, Orton seems to have something against Christmas trees, because every Christmas tree surrounding the ring and the ramp was taken down by Orton throwing Otunga into them, but Barrett coming down... Again, the only problem I had with this, he does one move to Orton, takes him out, and leaves. And I'm like, stay there, make sure Orton loses this match.
To Otunga, though. Come
on.
Still.
It would have been pretty embarrassing, but there we go.
See, even for Orton and fucking Otunga, that would have been stupid, just in my opinion. Orton wins with an RKO. I guess we kind of expected that. We got a little bit of Barrett-Orton interaction, I guess, which is good. That's probably the only real feud we've got going into TLC at the moment.
So, it was an effective match, but again, it was more towards the Wade and Orton thing, even though we didn't get too much of that tonight. Not too much.
Fuck David Otunga, he's as wooden as a table. We then get a Mark Henry interview segment, threatening Teddy Long, talking about how he's going to turn Bryan's dreams into a nightmare. We also got some footage of that Daniel Bryan cash in. I thought this was an effective segment, hyping up the main event. It didn't need these kind of interview segments. We got one with Daniel Bryan later as well.
Backstage segments like this, especially with Mark Henry, who is our current World Heavyweight Champion. Again, we need them, and I'm thinking this one, it was a bit more better than the one that happened on Raw, so I like this.
Yeah, right. Next we have A 20-man battle royal. Well, what was the point of this again? It was just like a bunch of jobbers and Sheamus, really, wasn't it?
Again, that is another complaint I've had about SmackDown. These matches lead nowhere, and this one was just—it's full of wrestlers. Like we had Kofi Kingston, Zeke's return.
Oh God, don't get me started on that.
No, so again, it had loads of jobbers again, and to be honest, it all led up to being jobbers in the final with Sheamus.
What's more important, Christmas or TLC? At the moment, it just really had not much point. My issue with this, right? You had so many fucking issues. You had remember all these video packages they did for Zeke. They make his first appearance in a 20-man battle royal and have him get eliminated by Sheamus, and it's just like, wow, great return. All those video vignettes are really going somewhere.
The way I would have done this is obviously you've got Zeke, who is meant to be this big returning monster.
Yeah.
He should make it to the final with Sheamus, Hunico, maybe
Heath
Kofi.
Slater.
Yeah, and in the end, we got some stupid jobbers, and I just thought, even though it weren't the jobbers that ruined it, it was the Hornswoggle at the end.
Hornswoggle eliminates Tyson Kidd. Man, I feel so sorry for Tyson Kidd. We got all the heels teaming on Sheamus. Oh, that was decent. You know, they're trying to eliminate Hornswoggle as well, failing, of course, because Hornswoggle outwits everyone. And in the end, not only did we get a really stupid ad break during this, but Hornswoggle Hornswoggle outwit Sheamus. What the fuck was going? You just made your biggest babyface, one of your biggest babyfaces on SmackDown, look like a right chump, and he just laughs it off. I'm like, fucking hell, what was the point of this? To get a wish and get Hornswoggle talking again? What the fuck?
This match, again, if it was like for a contendership, if it was a contendership match, it would have been a lot worse, because obviously we would have had Hornswoggle as the champ or the contendership. Anyway, overall, it just
pointless.
Wasn't a good match. Didn't lead anywhere, and it was all about Hornswoggle and Sheamus.
It lasted 14 minutes, and it was really outdragged. And it was all about Hornswoggle at the end of the day. I mean, fucking hell. Main event. This is the thing that we were looking forward to most, wasn't it? Because of the Daniel Bryan thing and what happened last week. So we were hoping this was going to save the show for us. Before the match, we get an interview from Daniel Bryan. He gets a kiss from AJ. I'm gonna fucking kill you, AJ. AJ. I just noticed something there. It was a good interview with Daniel Bryan. I did enjoy it. Good hype for that main event.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan hype, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Steel Cage Whatever Championship match. Daniel Bryan comes out. Did you hear much in this? Did you hear much from the crowd? We have an advert 1 minute into the match. Okay, whatever.
That is exactly what we needed.
Yeah.
Good booking. Right.
11 minute match. There was an advert 1 minute in. Henry basically dominates. We have Daniel Bryan going after the ankle. The crowd were into this match, and I do feel, as someone did mention on Facebook, it wasn't necessarily because of the Daniel Bryan bit. It was because of the storytelling in the ring. You had, Daniel Bryan going after the ankle, Henry selling the leg, Henry selling the ankle injury, Daniel Bryan trying to escape to get himself away. So it was good storytelling. Went 11 minutes. It wasn't necessarily a bad match or anything.
Well, the way I look at it is that obviously the WWE seems to be paying a lot of attention to the top rope moves now. Yeah. They did Beth Phoenix, Big Show, and now Mark Henry. Yeah. And the way they did it, again, we all thought Bryan had it because he was climbing up many times. But then Mark Henry, World Strongest Slammed him for the win. Yeah, we've got to remember also, Mark Henry was injured this match. So Mark Henry, top rope World Strongest Slam for the win, I guess. And Daniel Bryan is defeated by an injured Mark Henry. I was thinking maybe they would have done something a little bit more. I don't think they had enough time to, though. I think that was a bit down to the writing. But, it was a decent main event, I guess. Mark Henry wins. I was hoping he was going to, because they need to finish off this Big Show thing at TLC. He's now officially the first pay-per-view match announced, going to be facing Big Show at TLC. What do you think of the main event as a whole? Like, well, the way I look at it now is Daniel Bryan has lost his contention that he shouldn't really have had.
Still has that money in the bank, though.
He still has money in the bank, and that which he should have kept, but I'm glad he lost. Now they can move on to Daniel Bryan living his dream, which is cashing in nearer towards WrestleMania.
Yeah. Let's just go on overall thoughts. The main event was alright, I'll give it that. Let's just go on overall thoughts, because I have some real issues to pick with this show. I'll let you go first.
Oh, I really didn't like this SmackDown. Nothing really led anywhere. They made those exciting matches, didn't lead anywhere. We had the whole main event thing, which was interesting, because obviously it's the match we all expected. Yeah. It was in Daniel Bryan's favour, but Mark Henry ended up winning. And the other thing that really ruined this SmackDown for me is they've used the whole Christmas special now instead of nearer Christmas time. I think I have 2 Christmas specials.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I did a video on this earlier on my channel. Like, where was the pay-per-view hype? Is it me, or did it seem like this show was just written at the last minute, rewritten about 10 times by Vince McMahon? Just by the segments that were done, you could tell that there was so many rewrites. The segments didn't have too much point either. Do you know what I mean? And it was just like, you know, not much pay-per-view hype. It wasn't really even that entertaining. I didn't really pick out very many good segments in this SmackDown. It just sucked. I give it a D. Really just wasn't very good.
I'm going to give it a D+, just because, one, the WWE have turned into an entertainment show. It got us laughing a lot, so give it that. But to be honest...
Thanks, Facebook.
It really didn't give us anything to do with the pay-per-view. That's why it can't get any higher than a D+.
I expected way more from a live SmackDown, just put it that way. I think WWE really missed something there with the whole main event and also the show as a whole as a live SmackDown.
They had all the legends there, but they didn't really save SmackDown, so overall it just weren't the best SmackDown.
So it looks like Christmas is coming soon to WWE. Maybe a bit too soon for our liking, but there we go. That's a holiday special. What more do we have to say? Anything else before we end this?
All I can say now is I look forward to what Daniel Bryan does next.
Yep. Well, we'll have to see what happens to him later. So make sure you guys give us your thoughts on this live holiday Christmas special for SmackDown. And NJ, ho, 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 ho.
Merry Christmas all in November. And all I can say now from the British Fist, hopefully you've enjoyed SmackDown as much as we haven't. Please continue with the hashtags next week. And that has been it from Mr. Parkin and me, NJ. Thank you very much for tuning in, and goodbye.